The streets are on fire right now, and you don't want to miss this. Rooga just hit back at Fivio foreign in a way that nobody saw coming, and fans are going absolutely crazy online. After Fivio claimed that Rooga was scared to face him, the Brooklyn rapper didn't hold anything back. He responded with pure savage energy, shutting down every rumor, every claim, and every hater's whisper. This isn't just a clap back. It's a full-on warning to anyone thinking they can test Rooga in the streets or online. Every word in Rooga's response is loaded with tension, and the reaction from fans is insane. Social media exploded within minutes, with clips, memes, and breakdowns flooding TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. You can feel the intensity in the comments. Everyone wants to pick a side, and the debate isn't stopping anytime soon. Fivio's claim might have sparked this, but Rooga's reply proves one thing. He's bold, he's unfiltered, and he's not backing down from anyone. This video will break down every moment of Rooga's savage response, analyze what it means for Fivio, and show why this feud could escalate even further. If you think you've seen drama before, think again. This is next-level hip-hop beef, and the streets are watching every move. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why Rooga just proved he's not scared of anyone, and why this confrontation has the entire hip-hop world talking. After Rooga's savage response, the streets and social media were immediately lit up. Clips of his reaction spread like wildfire on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, with fans replaying every line, every gesture, and every tone of voice. People weren't just reacting, they were analyzing. Every phrase he used was dissected, and fans debated what it meant for Fivio, for Brooklyn rap culture, and for the future of street rivalries in hip-hop. Some argued that Rooga's reply was a strategic power move, showing that he isn't intimidated by anyone, while others insisted it was pure emotion coming from someone who's tired of rumors and disrespect circulating online. The tension between Rooga and Fivio isn't new. Their history in the streets and the rap game has always been complicated, and this latest exchange only added fuel to the fire. Fivio, who had claimed that Rooga was scared to face him, triggered a reaction that went far beyond a simple clapback. Rooga's answer was loaded with confidence, street credibility, and a message that commanded attention. Respect isn't optional in this game. He made it clear that when it comes to confronting rumors or challenges, he doesn't step back. He confronts them head-on, no matter who's involved. Industry insiders quickly weighed in. Hip-hop commentators, reaction channels, and podcasters started breaking down Rooga's response line by line, analyzing the subtle shades of meaning behind every word. Some suggested that this exchange could impact how other rappers interact with both Rooga and Fivio in the future, potentially affecting collaborations, street credibility, and even upcoming projects. Others argued that the feud was bigger than music. It was about influence, power, and who sets the tone in Brooklyn and beyond. Fans began drawing comparisons to other historic hip-hop beefs, noting how this interaction echoed past legendary clashes. The discussion wasn't just limited to the US. International audiences got involved, translating reactions, analyzing clips, and weighing in on who had the upper hand. This level of global engagement shows how a single heated exchange in hip-hop can reach audiences around the world in minutes. Memes and social media commentary exploded almost immediately. Fans used Rooga's strongest lines in videos, TikTok dances, and Instagram stories, spreading his message further than traditional news outlets could. Every share, comment, and like amplified the drama, creating a feedback loop that made this confrontation one of the most talked about moments in hip-hop at that moment. Meanwhile, Fivio's response, or lack thereof, became a topic of speculation. Some fans wondered if he was carefully planning a counter-response or simply choosing to avoid escalating the feud publicly. Others believed Rooga's assertive tone might have forced Fivio into a defensive position, where any reaction could either backfire or reignite the firestorm even more intensely. This uncertainty kept audiences glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting the next move. What made this exchange particularly shocking is that Rooga didn't just defend himself. He exposed layers of street dynamics and hierarchy in Brooklyn's rap scene that many outsiders didn't fully understand. He addressed respect, credibility, and legacy, signaling that street influence and reputation matter as much as lyrical skill. By doing this, Rooga positioned himself not just as a rapper reacting to insults, but as a voice representing the rules and ethics of his community. The fallout from this exchange also impacted collaborations and alliances within the scene. Some affiliates of Fivio and Rooga weighed in, further fueling debates and tensions. Industry insiders noted that every statement from either side could affect not only personal reputations, but also potential deals, music releases, and long-term credibility. The streets, the industry, and fans all pay attention to these moves, making them more than just drama. They're strategic decisions with lasting consequences. Social media wasn't the only place where reactions were heating up. Street-level discussions, YouTube reaction videos, and podcast debates started gaining momentum. Hip-hop enthusiasts and analysts broke down Rooga's delivery, his body language, and even the timing of his response. Every detail mattered because it contributed to the narrative of who has control, who respects the culture, and who commands influence. This part of the saga highlighted how modern hip-hop feuds are multi-layered. They're not just about music. They're about public perception, social media strategy, street credibility, and cultural influence. Rooga's response exemplified how one statement can ripple across platforms, drawing attention from fans, journalists, fellow artists, and industry professionals alike. It wasn't just the words, it was the timing and delivery that shocked everyone. Rooga's calm yet assertive tone made it clear that he's not reacting out of fear or anger. He's making a calculated statement that sends a message to Fivio, to his competitors, and to the streets. Every pause, emphasis, and choice of words was designed to assert dominance while staying credible and respected. The intensity of the reactions, the cultural significance, and the ripple effect of Rooga's response. From social media explosions to street credibility, from industry speculation to fan debates, this confrontation has become a defining moment that illustrates how modern hip-hop feuds aren't just music, they're culture, influence, and strategy in real time. As the dust began to settle on Rooga's fiery response, all eyes turned to Fivio Foreign. His alleged silence, or strategic pause, became the center of speculation across social media, podcasts, and street corners alike. Fans flooded comment sections, debating whether Fivio was taking time to plan his counter or if Rooga had effectively silenced him in the public eye. Every clip, reaction video, and meme added to the suspense, keeping viewers glued to their screens. Hip-hop analysts quickly began dissecting Fivio's previous interviews and social media behavior to try and predict his next move. Many pointed out subtle hints in his recent posts, tweets deleted minutes after being posted, cryptic Instagram stories, and even lines from his latest music releases that could be interpreted as responses to Rooga's savage clapback. The streets were buzzing with theories. Was Fivio going to fire back musically with a diss track? Or would he take the high road and let the hype die down? Either way, the stakes were high. Meanwhile, Rooga's affiliates and fans were relentless in supporting him. Social media hashtags began trending, with phrases like hashtag Rooga wins, hashtag not scared, and hashtag Brooklyn standards dominating the conversation. Memes circulated, highlighting key lines from Rooga's response and comparing them to historic hip-hop confrontations. The digital world mirrored the streets. Every message, video, and post was a reflection of how this feud had become a cultural event, not just a personal beef. Industry insiders weighed in, emphasizing that conflicts like this affect more than just personal pride. They impact collaborations, upcoming tracks, and even festival appearances. Some speculated that labels and managers were watching carefully, ready to intervene if tensions escalated too far. Every move mattered. A misstep could damage credibility or relationships, while a clever response could solidify influence and street respect. Fivio's camp eventually responded, but not in a direct confrontation. Instead, subtle jabs appeared in social media posts and cryptic lyrics that fans immediately linked to Rooga. Analysts broke down every line, gesture, and post, noting the careful balance between asserting dominance and avoiding outright escalation. The strategy was clear: maintain respect, keep influence intact, and let the streets interpret messages for maximum effect. This back and forth also sparked debates about respect and hierarchy in Brooklyn's rap scene. Veteran artists, street figures, and fans all weighed in, analyzing who had the upper hand and what each response signaled about credibility. Rooga's assertive, fearless stance was praised for showing confidence and leadership, while Fivio's careful, calculated approach was seen as a masterclass in strategy. Both approaches highlighted different strengths: boldness versus patience, fire versus finesse. The conversation extended beyond Brooklyn, too. Hip-hop communities nationwide, and even internationally, jumped into the discussion. Fans translated Rooga's response into multiple languages, created reaction videos across continents, and compared the feud to other iconic rap battles. This global engagement underscored just how influential a single exchange can be when it resonates with fans on multiple platforms. Meanwhile, debate about potential escalation continued. Some predicted a public confrontation or battle in a live setting, while others anticipated a diss track war spanning multiple releases. The suspense kept fans engaged and media channels reporting daily updates, creating a perfect storm for digital virality. Reaction channels, podcasts, and hip-hop news outlets capitalized on this, breaking down every detail, clip, and angle. Beyond the music and street implications, this feud shed light on modern hip-hop culture and fan behavior. Every post, clip, and meme became part of a larger narrative about influence, credibility, and perception. The feud highlighted how quickly online communities mobilize around drama, dissecting actions and interpreting meaning in ways even the artists may not have anticipated. Social media has transformed beefs from private disputes into public spectacles that influence careers, fan loyalty, and cultural narratives. By now, the tension between Rooga and Fivio had reached new heights. Every interview, lyric, and post carried weight, and fans meticulously analyzed each word. Discussions spanned everything from lyrical strategy to street credibility, demonstrating that modern feuds are multidimensional. They're about music, sure, but they're also about influence, power, and the narrative the artists craft in the public eye. Rooga, in particular, capitalized on this attention. Every social media update, every interview snippet, and every subtle comment reinforced his fearless persona. He wasn't just defending himself, he was sending a clear message. Respect is earned, fear is irrelevant, and the streets notice everything. Fans applauded his ability to stay composed while delivering one of the most direct, unapologetic, and calculated responses seen in recent hip-hop feuds. As this chapter unfolded, experts predicted long-term consequences. Alliances could shift, new rivalries might emerge, and the dynamics of Brooklyn's rap scene could be altered permanently. The feud wasn't just entertainment, it was a living lesson in strategy, reputation, and cultural influence. The stakes were high, and the ripple effects were far-reaching, showing that in today's hip-hop world, a single clapback can change everything. Explores Fivio's indirect responses, highlights fan and media analysis, and examines the broader cultural impact. Rooga's response isn't just a statement, it's a movement, a lesson in strategy, and a demonstration of street credibility that continues to dominate conversations across every platform. As the feud reached its peak, the streets and online communities continued buzzing with theories, reactions, and speculation. Rooga's fearless stance had already made waves, but now fans were eagerly waiting to see how Fivio would respond, or if he even would. Every move mattered. A single post, a lyric, or an interview snippet could tip the scales of perception in this ongoing battle for respect and credibility. Industry insiders began weighing the long-term consequences. For Rooga, his bold, unflinching response had cemented his reputation as a streetwise and fearless artist who doesn't back down from anyone, no matter their status. For Fivio, every delay in responding became part of the narrative. Was he being strategic, calculating his next move? Or was Rooga's dominance leaving him in a defensive position? Analysts and fans debated endlessly, dissecting every gesture, every post, and every lyric for hidden meanings. Meanwhile, the social media storm didn't let up. Clips of Rooga's most savage lines were shared across TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Twitter, each clip sparking thousands of comments and reactions. Fans began creating side-by-side comparisons of Rooga's response versus Fivio's previous claims, dissecting the tone, word choice, and delivery. Memes exploded, highlighting the most dramatic and shocking moments. The feud had become more than a personal battle. It was now a cultural event that everyone in the hip-hop community was following. Rooga's team noticed the engagement and began capitalizing on it. They strategically released behind-the-scenes footage, reaction clips, and supportive statements from allies, keeping fans engaged and fueling speculation. The result? Every social media platform was buzzing, and every outlet from street blogs to mainstream hip-hop channels covered the story. Rooga wasn't just reacting, he was controlling the narrative, turning what could have been a short-lived beef into a defining moment of his career. Fans also started debating who won the feud, and the discussion spilled over into forums, comment sections, and YouTube reactions. Some argued that Rooga's directness and fearless tone made him the clear victor, while others pointed out that Fivio's restraint and indirect approach might work to his advantage in the long run. Regardless of opinion, one thing was clear: this feud was far from over, and both rappers had ensured their names remained at the forefront of the conversation. What makes this confrontation historic is how it combines traditional street credibility with modern social media strategy. In past decades, hip-hop beefs were largely resolved in public battles or diss tracks. Today, a single post, reaction video, or interview snippet can ignite a global debate. Rooga's response demonstrates mastery over both realms. He honored street culture while simultaneously using digital platforms to amplify his message to millions worldwide. As the week progressed, experts predicted potential next steps. Fivio could release a diss track, respond in interviews, or let the hype fade strategically. Either way, fans were eagerly anticipating the continuation of this saga. Meanwhile, Rooga's team monitored reactions, ensuring that the narrative continued to favor him. It was a chess game of influence, reputation, and credibility, and every move mattered. This feud also sparked larger conversations about respect and hierarchy in hip-hop. Established artists, industry veterans, and fans weighed in, analyzing how newer rappers assert themselves while balancing respect for legends. Rooga's fearless approach inspired many, while Fivio's cautious strategy served as a lesson in patience and public perception. Both strategies showed different aspects of power in the modern hip-hop landscape. International reactions were equally intense. Fans from Europe, Africa, and Asia shared clips, memes, and breakdowns, proving that the impact of a single heated exchange isn't limited to local communities, it resonates globally. Translators, reaction channels, and social media influencers fueled the narrative, making the feud a worldwide spectacle. The international attention also increased the pressure on both artists to maintain credibility and respond strategically. At the same time, media outlets analyzed the potential career implications. Collaborations, festival appearances, and label relationships could all be affected by the way this feud unfolded. Some insiders warned that while street credibility is vital, missteps in public messaging could damage long-term prospects. For Rooga, his calculated response seemed to strengthen both his street presence and his professional reputation, showing that boldness and strategy can coexist in today's hip-hop world. By the time the dust settled, it was clear that this feud had created a turning point. Rooga had successfully demonstrated that he is not intimidated by anyone, that he respects the code of the streets, and that he can navigate the digital age to amplify his influence. Fivio's next move, whatever it might be, would now be scrutinized against the benchmark Rooga had set. The balance of power, perception, and respect had shifted, and fans knew that this confrontation would be remembered for years to come. In conclusion, this saga between Rooga and Fivio Foreign is more than just drama. It's a lesson in strategy, credibility, and influence. Rooga's bold response, fearless attitude, and mastery of both street and digital culture have positioned him as a force to be reckoned within modern hip-hop. Meanwhile, Fivio's actions continue to spark debate, demonstrating the power of timing and perception in today's landscape. Fans are left eagerly watching, predicting, and reacting, ensuring that this feud has become a defining chapter in hip-hop history. This is where you, the fans, come in. The Rooga vs. Fivio saga has taken the streets and social media by storm, and now it's your turn to weigh in. Who do you think handled this beef better? Rooga with his fearless, savage clapback, or Fivio with his calculated, strategic response? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because the conversation isn't just about music. It's about respect, influence, and legacy in hip-hop. Every comment, like, and share keeps this discussion alive and shows where the streets really stand. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss breaking hip-hop drama like this. We bring you every shocking diss, every viral reaction, and every behind-the-scenes perspective from the biggest beefs in the game. Share this video with your friends, your crew, and anyone who lives and breathes hip-hop, because this feud is one that everyone will be talking about for weeks. And here's a challenge. Predict what happens next. Will Fivio finally fire back? Will Rooga escalate even further? Or will this be one of the most talked about silent wars in hip-hop history? Comment your predictions and see who gets it right when the next update drops. Remember, this isn't just drama, it's culture, strategy, and influence. Don't stay silent. Join the debate. Voice your opinion and make your presence felt. The streets are watching, and so are we.